Hello and good morning friends, welcome once again to the CEC-UGC live lecture. Dear friends, with our ongoing series on marketing management, we are pleased to announce that so far we have conducted numerous sessions and very soon we are going to wind up this series because we have almost catered number of topics under this very series. But if we talk about today's session, dear friends, our today's session is on marketing communication process. We are going to get deep insight into this very topic. We are going to understand the key concept behind marketing communication process, and for this discussion we have, dear friends, again with us in our studios, Dr. Subhash Kakkar. Dr. Subhash Kakkar is an eminent academician. Hello. And dear friends, with the help of these lectures, he exchanges information, he shares information, as well as I would like to tell you all that he tries to give excellent examples to you so that it becomes easier for you to understand this topic and understand the lectures as a whole. So dear friends, once again I would like to welcome our guest Dr. Subhash Kakkar, and under his able guidance we are going to understand marketing communication process. Hello sir, welcome to the Its lectures.
Thank you and welcome viewers to today's lecture. As you know that we are carrying a series of lectures on the subject marketing management. A number of topics have already been covered for the viewers so that they can understand this subject marketing. And today's topic is marketing communication process with key concepts. Under this topic, we will discuss the communication process with respect to marketing. By now, the viewers must have understood marketing is not selling. It consists of so many other concepts, and marketing function has become very challenging today because marketing function is having utmost importance in the operation of any organization, whether it is in manufacturing or in service. So, we will today understand the marketing communication concept. Modern marketing calls for more than developing a good product, pricing it attractively and making it accessible. Companies must also communicate with present and potential stakeholders and the general public and general customers and consumers of the product. For most, the question is not whether to communicate, but rather what to say and how and when to say the particular thing what we want to convey it to the stakeholders, consumers and the customers, and we have to say in an effective manner what we want to convey. The communications get harder and harder as more and more companies clamor to grab increasingly empowered consumers. Divided attention, consumers themselves are taking a more active role in the communication process and deciding what communication they want to receive and how they want to communicate to others about the products and services what they use. To effectively reach and influence target markets, target audience, holistic marketers are creatively employing multiple forms of communications. Today we are going to discuss all these forms of communication so that viewers must understand the entire process effectively and holistically. In this lecture, I shall be addressing the questions like what is the role of marketing communication, How do marketing communication work? What are the major steps in developing effective communication? What is the communication mix and how should it be set? What is an integrated marketing communications program? All these questions will be addressed and suitable replies will be framed so that the concepts of communication are clear to the viewers. Advertising is considered as one of the important communication central elements, because by means of advertising we reach almost every customer and consumer. But as the lecture progresses, the viewers will come to know that we have much more than advertising in our basket of communication techniques. Internet and e-marketing has made the communication process fast, dynamic and more challenging, and it is better than some of the more traditional methods of communication. So, we will start with the topic marketing communication process and its key concepts. So, we are going to discuss the role of promotion. Promotion, communication by marketers that informs, persuades and reminds potential buyers of a product in order to influence an opinion or elicit a response. And this is the meaning of promotion in the process of communication. For goods and services to survive in the marketplace, effective promotion is needed to inform, persuade and remind potential buyers of a product. On one side, we have a product or a service available. On the other side, consumers, customers are there. Unless they know regarding the product or service being provided by the organization, how will they reach the market to buy that particular product or utilize that particular service? It is through promotion only the awareness regarding the product and the service is provided to the customers. Promotion strategy. Promotional strategy, a plan for the optimal use of the elements of promotion. And what are those elements of promotion? Are advertising, public relations, sales promotion, personal selling, and this gives us the competitive advantage. So, we can define the promotional strategy. Promotional strategy is a plan for using promotion effectively. So, we have to decide regarding the strategy which is going to be utilized for the promotion of any product. The role of promotion in the marketing mix. We must know the overall marketing objectives of the organization. Then we must know the marketing mix also. 4 P's: product, place, promotion and the price. Then we also want to know the target market. On the other hand, we have the promotional mix, which consists of advertising, public relations, sales promotion, and personal selling, and this is called the promotion plan. Marketing manager determines the goals of the promotional strategy in light of the firm's overall goals for the marketing mix. And using the overall goals, marketers combine the elements of the promotional strategy into a coordinated plan. This plan becomes an integral part of the marketing strategy for reaching the target market. The main function of promotional strategy is to convince target customers that the goods and services offered provide a competitive advantage over the competition. Here we give information to the customers comparing our product with the competitors' products, so that customers get to know the advantage what they are going to get on buying the product which is being provided by our company. Competitive advantage: high product quality, rapid delivery, low prices, excellent service, and unique features. I have named these 5 advantages which add to the competitive advantage to the product. A detailed discussion can also be held on these competitive advantages. I hope the viewers have understood the meaning of these competitive advantages and how impact can be seen by making use of these competitive advantages in the product or the services. The main function of a marketer's promotional strategy is to convince the target market that the goods and services offered provide a competitive advantage. A competitive advantage is the set of unique features of a company and its products that are perceived as superior over the competition, and these features are listed on the previous slide what we discussed right now. Goals and tasks of promotion: we have target audience. Under the promotion strategy and the activities to be carried out, the first activity is informing target audience. Second is reminding target audience. In third and the important activity is persuading target audience. And these are the goals and the tasks of promotion. Promotion seeks to modify behavior and thoughts in some way. It also strives to reinforce existing behavior. Promotion has 3 basic tasks. It can inform the target audience, persuade the target audience, or remind the target audience. And all these 3 activities are regarding the product or the service which we are providing to the customers. Often a marketer will try to accomplish 2 or more of these tasks at the same point. Goals and tasks of promotion, as we discussed right now: informing, reminding, and persuading is part of promotion. And this informing, reminding, and persuading is done for the target audience, and this is part of promotion. Informing, PLC stages: introduction, and early growth. What is PLC? PLC is product life cycle, and at what stage a particular activity is required is explained in this particular slide. Informing during the introduction and the early growth stage. Persuading under growth and maturity, and reminding under maturity only. These three activities and the stage of product life cycle are explained here. So, the informing phase of promotion seeks to convert an existing need into a want or to stimulate interest in a new product. It is more prevalent during the early stages of the product life cycle. Persuasive promotion is designed to stimulate a purchase or an action. It becomes the main promotion goal when the product enters a growth stage of its life cycle. So, we have related promotion activities with the stages of product life cycle. Reminder promotion is used to keep the product / brand name in the public's mind. It is effective during the maturity cycle. Goals and tasks of promotion. Reminder promotion. Remind customers that product may be needed. Remind customers where to buy product and maintain customers' awareness. And particularly, these three jobs are part of reminder promotion. And these are reminding customers that the product may be needed. Remind customers where to buy a product. Market. Maintain customers' awareness. This is information. The AIDA concept, AIDA concept is A stands for attention, I stands for interest, D for desire, A for action, and the concept is named AIDA. Model that outlines the process for achieving promotional goals in terms of stages of consumer involvement with the message. The goal of any promotion is to get someone to buy a good or service or take some action. A classic model for reaching promotional goals is called the AIDA concept: attention, interest, desire, and action. The stages of consumer involvement. The AIDA concept starts with attention, goes on to interest, goes on to desire, goes on to action, cognitive thinking, affective, feeling, and conative means doing. This is the concept behind AIDA model. The AIDA concept: attention, interest, desire, and action. And this is regarding the product or service. Under attention, we cover advertising, public relations, basically more aggressively. A little bit of sales promotion and personal selling is also carried out. Under the interest part, advertising, public relations, and personal selling takes the main stage. Desire, under the desire, public relations, sales promotion, and personal selling, these activities take some importance. And under action, there is the activity personal selling, which takes into account. This shows the relationship between the IRA model and the promotional mix. For example, advertising is most useful in gaining attention for goods. In contrast, personal selling reaches fewer people at first. Salespeople are more effective at creating customer interest, in creating desire and taking action. Public relations is best at gaining attention for a company, a good or service. Sales promotion's greatest strength is in creating strong desire and purchase intent, that is action. Now we will discuss push and pull strategies. Push strategy, first we will discuss it. Under push strategy, manufacturer promises to wholesaler. Wholesaler promotes to retailer. Retailer promotes to consumer and consumer buys from retailer. This is the push strategy. On the other hand, pull strategy, manufacturer promotes to consumer. Consumer demands product from retailer. Retailer demands product from wholesaler and wholesaler demands production from manufacturer. So here manufacturer and the wholesaler are communicating. In the push strategy, manufacturer, wholesaler are connected through orders. So this is the difference between push strategy and pull strategy. Manufacturer may use aggressive personal selling and trade advertising to convince a wholesaler or retailer to carry and sell their merchandise. This is known as a push strategy. The wholesaler in turn pushes the merchandise forward by persuading the retailer to handle the goods. The retailer uses advertising and other forms of promotion to convince customers to buy the pushed products. This explains the meaning of push and pull strategy. At the other end is a pull strategy, which stimulates consumer demand to obtain product distribution. The manufacturer uses a pull strategy by focusing promotional efforts on end consumers and opinion leaders. The wholesaler then places an order for the pulled merchandise from the manufacturer. Consumer demand pulls the product through the channel of distribution. A company typically uses a mix of push and pull strategies. The push and pull strategies are diagrammed in the previous slide, which were explained to the viewers. Factors affecting promotional mix. Here we are discussing what are the factors which affect the promotional mix. Let's know what is promotional mix. Advertising, public relations, sales promotion and personal selling. This is nothing but promotional mix. And what all factors are there which affect the promotional mix? Nature of the product, product life cycle and target market characteristics, type of buying decision, funds available, and finally push or pull strategy. And these are the factors which affect the promotional mix. The promotional mix, combination of promotion tools used to reach the target market and fulfill the organization's overall goals. And these are advertising, public relations, sales promotion and personal selling. Most promotional strategies use several components of promotion, which may include advertising, public relations, sales promotion, and personal selling to reach the target market. The more emphasis is placed on a particular promotional element, the more important that element is considered to be in the overall promotional mix. A discussion of each of the promotional mix elements now follows. The promotional mix, the first one is the advertising. Impersonal, one-way mass communication about a product or organization that is paid for by a marketer, and this is known as advertising. Not much to be explained here, as the viewers already know the meaning of advertising. Almost all companies use some form of advertising, ranging from a newspaper classified ad to a multi-crore rupee campaign. Integrated marketing communications. Under this integrated marketing communications, the careful coordination of all promotional messages to assure the consistency of messages at every contact point where a company meets the consumer. This is the meaning of integrated marketing communications. I will repeat, the careful coordination of all promotional messages to assure the consistency of messages at every contact point where a company meets the consumer. Advertising media. On one side, I have traditional advertising media, and on the other side, the new advertising media. Under traditional advertising media, we used to have television, radio, newspapers, magazines, books, direct mail, billboard, transit cards. And on the other hand, under new advertising media, we have internet, banner ads, viral marketing, e-marketing, and interactive video. Media choices are plentiful and fragmented. In addition to the traditional advertising media, new methods are being used to reach consumers. Internet advertising is being increasingly used as a vital component. Banner ads, viral marketing, and interactive promotions are all ways to reach the target audience. Advertising. What are the advantages and what are its disadvantages? Under the advantages, reach large number of people, low cost per contact, can be micro targeted. On the other hand, we have disadvantages. Total cost is high. National reach is expensive for small companies, and small companies cannot afford such a big cost on advertising. Advertising has the advantage of being able to reach larger numbers of people, but it can also be micro targeted to small groups. Although the cost per contact in advertising is low, the total cost to advertise is typically very high. Only financially able companies can afford to advertise on a national basis. Public relations. Under public relations, the marketing function that evaluates public attitudes, identifies areas within the organization that the public may be interested, and executes a program of action to earn public understanding and acceptance. This is the meaning of public relations. I will repeat it again. The marketing function that evaluates public attitudes, identifies areas within the organization that the public may be interested in, and executes a program of action to earn public understanding and acceptance. Many organizations spend large amount of money to build a positive public image. Public relations help an organization communicate with stakeholders, customers, suppliers, government employees, and the community. The function of public relations: maintain a positive image, educate the public about the company's objectives, support the sales effort, generate favorable publicity. These are some of the functions of public relations. Public relations is used to maintain a positive image as well as the functions shown on this slide. Nothing sells a product better than free publicity, but publicity should not be viewed as free. Preparing news releases, staging events, persuading media personnel to print or broadcast them costs money. That is expensive. Sales promotion. Marketing activities other than personal selling, advertising, and public relations that stimulate consumer buying and dealer effectiveness is called sales promotion. I will repeat it. Marketing activities other than personal selling, advertising, and public relations. Now, excluding these three activities, we are left with what? And that is known as sales promotion, that stimulate consumer buying and dealer effectiveness. Sales promotion is generally a short-run tool used to stimulate immediate increases in demand. Sales promotion is used to improve the effectiveness of other ingredients in the promotion mix, especially advertising and personal selling. Sales promotion. Under sales promotion, we have free samples being provided to the consumers and the customers and public, contests, premiums, trade shows, vacation giveaways, and coupons. Now, free samples and contests are targeted to end consumers. Premiums and trade shows are targeted to company employees, and vacation giveaways and coupons are given to trade customers. These are all sales promotion techniques. Sales promotion can be aimed at end consumers, trade customers, or a company's employees. A major promotional campaign might use several of the tools shown on this slide along with the other elements of the promotion mix. Personal selling now. Under personal selling, which is planned presentation to one or more prospective buyers for the purpose of making a sale, and this is called personal selling. I will repeat it. Personal selling is planned presentation to one or more prospective buyers for the purpose of making a sale. Personal selling is a purchase situation involving a personal paid for communication between two people in an attempt to influence each other. Both buyer and seller have specific objectives. The buyer may need to minimize cost or assure a quality product, while the salesperson may need to maximize the revenue and profits. Personal selling, traditional selling, and relationship selling. The traditional methods of personal selling include a planned presentation to one or more prospective buyers. The seller tries to persuade the buyer to accept a point of view or take action. Frequently, the traditional view of personal selling creates a win-lose outcome at the expense of the buyer. Second point under this is relationship selling emphasizes a win-win outcome and the accomplishment of mutual objectives that benefit both the buyer and salesperson in the long term. The goal is a long-term, committed relationship based on trust and customer loyalty. Personal selling is increasingly dependent on the internet to attract potential buyers seeking information. Marketing communication, categories of communication, interpersonal communication and mass communication, and these are being both addressed under marketing communication. Communication can be divided into two major categories: interpersonal communication, which is direct face-to-face communication between two or more people. On the other hand, mass communication refers to communicating a concept or message to large audience, usually through a mass medium such as television or newspapers. When a company advertises, it does not know the consumers personally, nor is it able to respond immediately to reactions to the advertising message. Instead, the marketing manager must wait and see how people are reacting to the mass communicated promotion. Any clutter from competitors' messages or other distractions can reduce the effectiveness of the mass communication effort. Under this mass communication, the marketer decides to convey a message to large number of people. When he does so, he is not in direct contact with the consumers and the customers and the public in large. He waits and tries to see the reaction of the people of the communication which has been provided by the marketer to the public. When the reaction is provided to the marketer or he receives the reaction of the public on the message which he has provided to the public, he takes action, whether changes the message or improves the message. Marketing communication as senders, as receivers. There are two parts in the environment when the marketing communication takes place. One is the sender part, other is the receiver part. Under the sender's part, we have inform, we have to persuade, and we have to remind. As a receiver, we have to develop messages, adapt messages, spot new communication opportunities. And it is a two-way method. Marketers are both senders and receivers of messages. As senders, marketers inform, persuade and remind the target market to adopt courses of action. Now we are considering marketers as senders as well as receivers. They are sending the message, they are also receiving the message. In the previous slide, we discussed the marketers when they are sending the message. We also discussed marketers when they are receiving the message. So, marketers are both senders and receivers of messages. As senders, marketers inform, persuade, and remind the target market to adopt courses of action. As receivers, marketers attune themselves to the target market in order to develop and adapt messages and spot new communication opportunities. Marketing communication is a two-way process. Marketing communication, senders and as receivers. Now, we are discussing marketers as senders, marketers as receivers, and this is a slide which we have already discussed. The marketers are both senders and receivers of messages, which we have already discussed. Now, we will discuss the communication process. Under the communication process, a sender is there. Sender sends a message, and encoding message equipment is there, and there is a channel for conveying the message. Then the message is decoded and it is given to the receiver. Receiver gives a feedback to the sender, and in between encoding message and decoding message, there is a noise. Disturbance is there. If the disturbance is very high, so message encoding and decoding is not effectively done and message is not clear. And we have to reduce the noise level. Rather, we have to eliminate the noise level so that our encoding message and decoding message process is clear, and the message, what the receiver gets, is exactly the same what the sender wanted. So, in absence of noise, the messages are clearly understood by receivers and messages are sent by the senders. Marketing communication is a two-way process as shown in the previous slide. The sender originates the message. Encoding is the conversion of sender's idea and thoughts into a message, usually words or signs. Transmission of a message requires a channel, some communication medium. Reception occurs when the message is detected by the receiver. Transmission may be hindered because of noise. Anything that interferes with, distorts or slows down the transmission of information is known as noise. Decoding is the interpretation of the language and symbols sent. Proper match between the message to be conveyed and the target market's attitude is the job of the marketing manager. Differences in culture, age, social class, education and ethnicity can lead to miscommunication. Marketers targeting consumers in foreign countries must also worry about translation and miscommunication issues. The receiver's response to a message is direct feedback to the source. Since mass communication and the mass communicators are cut off from direct feedback, they rely on market research or analysis of viewer perceptions for direct feedback. Now, we will discuss characteristics of the elements in the promotional mix. Advertising. communication mode, communication control, feedback amount, feedback speed, message flow direction, message content control, sponsor identification, reaching large audience, and message flexibility. So, under these, communication mode, indirect and impersonal. Communication control is low, feedback amount little, feedback speed it is delayed, message flow direction one way, message content control yes, sponsor identification yes it is there, reaching large audience fast, message flexibility, same message to all audiences. These are the characteristics of advertising. Again, we are discussing the characteristics of the elements in the promotional mix, public relations. Under communication mode, this is usually indirect and impersonal. Communication control, moderate to low. Feedback amount, little. Message flow direction one way, message content control. No, there is no control on the message content. Sponsor identification, no. Reaching large audience, usually fast. Message flexibility, usually no direct control. Now, under sales promotion, the characteristics are communication mode is usually indirect and impersonal. Communication control, moderate to low. Feedback amount, little to moderate. Feedback speed varies. Message flow direction, mostly one way. Message content control, it is possible, so it is yes. Sponsor identification, it is yes. Reaching large audience, fast. Message flexibility, same message to varied target. Again, personal selling. Characteristics of the elements in the promotional mix, and the promotional mix is personal selling. Communication mode, direct and face to face. Communication control, high. Feedback amount, much. Feedback speed, immediate. Message flow direction, two-way. Message content control, yes. Sponsor identification, yes. Reaching large audience, slow. Message flexibility, tailored to prospect. Here we have discussed some characteristics regarding to the elements which are present in promotional mix. Now, viewers can understand the impact of advertising. If an advertisement is made today and aired, it goes to many and large number of audience. It will have some impact in the minds of the consumers, customers, and public at large. And this is shown presently on the TV channels. And for some reason, this is stopped for few years, and say after 10 years, the same ad is shown to the public. It will create the same reaction, same personal feelings, and the same impact in the minds of consumers, customers, and public. And same sort of sentiments will be shown by the public. Such an impact the advertisement has in the minds of people at large. Marketing communication, impact of the new media, and new media is nowadays used is internet, blogging, and viral marketing. The impact of blogging, corporate blogs, and there are also available non-corporate blogs. When we talk of corporate blogs, these are sponsored by a company or one of its brands and maintained by one or more of the company's employees. Non-corporate blogs, these are independent and not associated with the marketing efforts of any particular company or brand. The viewers here can understand the meaning of blogs, use of blogs, and the advantages of blogs. They can recall what are the blogs available in the market and what is the use of these blogs for the general public. The internet and related technologies are having an impact on marketing communication, including the promotion mix. The rise of blogging has created a new way for marketers to manage their image, connect with consumers, and generate product interest and desire. The traditional methods have some advantages. The current methods, and under these current methods, the blogging method helps in reaching large number of people without wasting time, because the speed is very high. The communication reaches everyone who has connected himself to a particular blog. Needs and desires are created by using these blogs, and the interest for purchasing a particular product or using a particular service is created in the minds of people by use of a blog. As we already discussed, there are two types of blogs available: corporate blogs and non-corporate blogs. Corporate blogs are administered and monitored by some of the employees of a company. Non-corporate blogs are monitored by independent agency or independent people. Now we will discuss the factors affecting the choice of promotional mix. Nature of the product, stage in PLC. PLC is product life cycle, target market factors, types of buying decision, promotion funds, push or pull strategy. Promotional mixes vary a great deal from one product and one industry to the next. Advertising and personal selling are used to promote goods and services, supplemented by sales promotion. Public relations helps develop a positive image for the product and the organization. A firm may choose not to use all promotional elements, or it may choose to use them in varying degrees. The slide shows the factors affecting the promotion mix chosen by a firm. Subsequent slides describe the key points of each factor. The first slide, this slide shows the stage in the product life cycle. Here we have shown the 4 stages of product life cycle: introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. Here are the factors: light advertising, pre-introduction, publicity; heavy use of advertising, public relations for awareness, sales promotion for trial; advertising, personal relations, brand loyalty, personal selling for distribution, ads, decrease sales promotion, personal selling, reminder and persuasive, advertisement, personal relations decrease, limited sales promotion, personal selling for distribution. Here we have discussed under the different stages of PLC, promotional mix to be used, what activities will give us the maximum results under each stage of product life cycle are discussed. The product life cycle is a factor in designing a promotion mix as shown in the previous slide. In the introduction stage, the basic goal of promotion is to inform the target audience of product availability. Advertising and public relations inform the target audience, while sales promotion encourages early trial. Personal selling gets retailers to carry the product. During the growth stage, advertising and public relations continue to be important. Although sales promotion can be reduced because customers need fewer incentives to purchase. The promotional strategy is to emphasize the product's differential competitive advantage. Persuasive promotion is used to build and maintain brand loyalty. Personal selling has succeeded in obtaining adequate distribution for the product. Fourth point is, in the maturity stage, competition becomes fiercer and persuasive reminder advertising are more strongly emphasized. Sales promotion comes back into focus to try to increase market share. As the product enters the decline stage, all promotion, especially advertising, is reduced. Nevertheless, personal selling and sales promotion efforts may be maintained, particularly at the retail level. So today, viewers, we discussed the marketing communication process. We tried to understand its key concepts. I hope I was able to do my job. Thank you so much.
With this note, thank you, sir. Thank you so very much for giving us a very, very good session on marketing communication process. Dear friends, we would be meeting again and would be talking on one another aspect on marketing management. Till then, take care. Goodbye. Thank you, sir. Thank you so very much.